Morning.
First time I met DK, I remember we were playing in South Africa, if I'm not wrong, Champions Trophy 2009. It's the first time I shared the change room with Dinesh, and I found him to be a very amusing, very, I would say, hyperactive, confused person. Most of the time he was just moving all over the place, never stopping. That was my first impression of Dinesh. Outstanding talent, brilliant batsman to watch, and my first impression and the present day impression are not far apart, just that he's become wiser and he's calmed down a lot. That in 2022, when I didn't have a great IPL season and I was really struggling for confidence, he sat me down a couple of times and just gave me a very honest explanation of how he is seeing things, and maybe I'm not able to see them myself. So I just like his honesty, his courage to go and speak to anyone about things that he really dearly feels about, and that I think is the most special thing for me when it comes to Dinesh, and that's something that I've always cherished about him, and that's why we get along really, really well.
Dinesh Karthik is like a phoenix. I mean, he will rise from the ashes every time, and I think you should rewrite the word, put the word phoenix and put meaning is Dinesh Karthik.
One of the things that I've really learned with him and his career, well, if he doesn't do well, if he's dropped from the team, I think it's just 2 or 3 days where he's at a lull and then he's back on his feet thinking about what to do next.
I keep telling my children too, DK should be your inspiration. First and foremost, this dedication, discipline, and the will to come back every time. It's just mind-blowing.
I feel like if anyone else was in that position, I think a lot of people would have given up long time back. Even me, I mean, I'm an athlete. Seeing him in different positions in his career, if I was him, I would have definitely given up. But I think that do or die or never give up attitude has always been there.
What we've realized with DK is that he needs perceived pressure in his life to do well. So what happens is we are in Chennai and we're going to be playing, I think, Madhya Pradesh. That's, I think, his 7 innings done and he's not scored a run. Calls me, I think, third day morning before we go to the ground and says, I'm done, I'm going to retire in 2014. This is my last innings. If I don't score this game, I'm retiring. And what he does, puts that perceived pressure on himself, goes in and scores on a very, very tough pitch, turning a bit, scores a 150 or 140.
I always looked at Dinesh and I felt like he was such a correct player, technically, that he could adapt to any kind of role that's been given to him. And I remember watching him in the 2013 season where he got some 600 runs or something like that. And he batted brilliantly at 3. And I saw him play shots which were like, wow. Yeah, I think he's done brilliantly to switch and become a renowned finisher.
There's been different decays. I feel over the last 10 years that we've been together, I think every 2 years, I think he tries to reinvent himself. And I feel like as a wife also, I see that difference in him. I think over the last 4 to 5 years, I think that's when he's really enjoyed the sport. The time when he met Nair, Abhishek Nair, who's obviously become family to us, I think he's played such a big role, not just in his career, I think as building him as a person as well.
Well, I think there were a lot of things going on with DK at that point, personally, professionally. Also the fact that, he felt he was at the lowest point in his career. So I remember the first couple of days when we met and we spoke, it was only nothing about cricket, but it was more about understanding DK. And I remember 4 days where we spoke for hours and hours and hours, and there was so much, in him and that he wanted to discuss and talk about, that I feel at that point he just felt that he didn't know where to go from there.
Sir, you asked me to video this. Whenever the last match is, whenever you decide to retire and hang up your bat, I feel like we'll just be very, very proud of the fact that you've given it all, and he's reached this thing where he can proudly say that, I'm done and I'm happy with my career.
Dinesh, I think if you quit cricket, probably you'll be the best commentator. If you become a coach of some team, probably you'll become the best coach. Whatever you do, I know for a fact that you don't like to settle for a silver medal anywhere. You want to go for gold.
Knowing DK, he won't be far away from the cricket field. Stop building houses. You have enough. Start spending a lot more time with your children and with your family. I think they've sacrificed so much for you.
Spend more time with us. I think we'll really appreciate it.
He's got a lovely family, lovely wife. His kids are beautiful, and I can tell him that he can be really proud of himself and his career and what he's done to make a name for himself and be accepted and loved by so many people. I think it's a great blessing, so I wish him all the best.
For me, everything that I have been in my career is thanks to you, and all I can say is that no matter what you've done or what you accomplished, I know that there's still be something left in that heart of yours where you feel that, no, I wish I could have done that and this. But whatever you've done, I've always been proud of you, and you can be proud of yourself. Be happy with your children, with your family. Enjoy your mansion in Chennai now, and enjoy a retired life. No more cricket. Good luck.